Okay, so what I've drawn here is the area representation of the two ISIS areas, and then down here the level representation. And as we've mentioned before, of course, the levels do actually meet on the routers, similar to OSPF areas, although the areas meet on the wires. And this is because, of course, when you are connecting between areas, you must have a level 2 connection. Therefore, the diagram with the pink is actually the same diagram as the one above, just showing the levels. So, how do ISIS levels share routes anyway, at the best of times, even without the type of redistribution that we've got here? Well, as we know, the level 1 routes move into the level 2. However, there are no level 2 to level 1 movements really at all, unless you specifically configure it. So what does this actually look like on the ground? Well, if, for example, we were to limit this loop back here on router 5 to be in level 1, and this was to be in level 1, this would flow into level 2 without any issue at all. We wouldn't be seeing any problem with the fact that this is a directly connected interface. There'd be no issue with it moving from the level 1 database into the level 2. So level 1 moves to level 2 really is regardless of whether or not it's a direct interface. It's not going to cause any trouble in that sense, and you can try it and you can see. However, if we were to specify level 2 only on this loopback, then it's going to be slightly different, because level 2 does not move into level 1 by default. You really need to specify it, as we have done here. So when we specify it here, of course this moves just like most other redistributions, and of course the route has to be valid in the INET 0 before it moves. Because this isn't a database move, this is literally exporting a route that's valid in the routing table into another routing process. And so in that way, this is going to be live in the INET 0. And of course the twist on that is that now the direct plays a very large part, because of course the route is in the direct, it's in the INET 0 as direct, not as ISIS, and of course it doesn't move. The final twist to this, as we've said before, is that these terms here, term 3 and term 4, for IP4 and IP6, will actually rescue that route because they have no source, and they're going to grab from the direct as well and export into L1.